as we were coming up with the story, we were placing people in different roles and characters, and we had to shoot that night because we did this night campfire scene, and we actually, some of the people couldn't make it that night, so we actually had to change the characters around, and I ended up being one of them. We were going to have the guy that was dragging behind the horse was going to be one of our main characters because he is a good actor, but that didn't work out, and so we switched around a little bit, and it worked out too. Turns out he's a great dead guy.
Well, I was on a little excursion with my wife. We were at the local mall, and I got a phone call from Jonathan, and because it was a date, I let it go. And then I got another phone call from Jonathan, and a third call, and a fourth call. Finally, I told my wife to go ahead, and I finally called him back, and he told me that they had been up to the 48-hour Fargo Film Festival, and they needed a character. And when it comes to characters, I am one.
Jeremy and Jonathan asked me to be a part of it, and you know, just in case they needed some extras or whatever, and had the weekend free, so.
How long before we actually shot?
About an hour and a half, something like that.
When Jonathan said that they needed an elderly, stable sheriff figure, I knew he wasn't talking about anybody else but myself.
Okay, I gotta dress like a cowboy. How am I gonna dress like a cowboy? Cowboys wear tight pants, right? I don't have any tight pants. So my wife found some old jeans of hers from before she was pregnant with our first kid, and they were tight. Grabbed my most Western looking belt buckle, strapped it up, and there you go, I'm a cowboy.
Interesting experience for me because I don't see myself as a bad guy necessarily. I've never really imagined myself playing the bad guy role. I always figured I'd be a fun man, and so it was kind of different.
In the film, I played the older version of Jed, and it was, I guess, generally any other videos I make are just kind of mess around, funny videos. This was more, I guess, a little more serious. I kind of had to, you know, say a couple lines seriously and have a little Western twang accent. And
I got to be part of the mob, and I got to wear my the Garth Brooks shirt. If you see it, the guy wearing the red, white, and blue Western shirt, and wore some boots that didn't fit very well.
It was interesting because at first it was like, I guess I had never really rehearsed lines, and honestly we just wrote them and it was hard to remember them, so I had to go through them a bunch of times. But
very tiring because we had to go down this incredibly steep slope to get down by the water to where we found this tree that worked out really well for hanging Jordan on. Yeah, my wife is Paula, and she got in a couple scenes there. She's wearing a beautiful blue dress. She just, oh man, what a knockout. I felt bad that, you know, such a beautiful woman had to be there for an ugly thing like a hanging.
Yeah, my little boy Alex, he's 7 years old. This was his film debut, and he's quite a cut up around the house, and so he actually did a pretty good job. I was impressed. I was surprised.
His middle name should be One Take, because Jeremy and Jonathan would go up to him and give him a couple of directives, and then they'd shoot the scene, and I'd say that's all, and oh yeah, we can make that work, and they'd take another shot through the side of the barn, and that was good, and we had a couple of scenes, Alex and I, and that was good. And when I saw what these guys did to put it all back together again, just phenomenal. It blew my mind.
And all the guys acting in it just crushed it. And because of that, we were able to bring home Best Acting Ensemble for Fargo, and that was a great testament to just how much these guys put into it. I didn't know he was a musician as well, and Jeremy Moll was like, yeah, he's a musician, he plays bluegrass and whatnot. Maybe he can whip us up some original music. I'm like, yeah.
And then I went and I set up my microphone to my guitar, and I sat down for about 25 minutes and just started cranking some stuff out. And that's how it happened. As I told the guys in the note, I honestly hate dramatic music. I'm a happy music guy, so it was kind of a different process. But
man, did he nail it? Like the music is great. It drives the movie. It's really got a good feel to it. And as a bonus, we took home Best Original Score. And that's all Tony, man.
As far as the soundtrack and the award I won for that, I was really surprised about the award. It's really, really cool and really neat.
I would do it again. I'm going to lose a little weight. Maybe they'll have me coming back as the Thin Man or something like that, another detective genre. But I would do it again in a heartbeat. Tomorrow morning. It was one of those great experiences.
Yeah, I'd do a 48-hour film festival again. In fact, it'd be really fun to make a longer film, full length maybe, or just a longer, just to mess around. It's kind of fun to do that kind of thing, I think.
I'd love to do it again. I'd love to expand and do a full movie.
What a blast! I love 48-hour films. It's fun when you can do it, and and it's even more fun when you do it with people that you're really having a good time and enjoying it. And this crew and this cast, and I am so glad that Jonathan and Jeremy agreed to work with me and help pull this thing together, because it was all three of us and it was everyone involved, and I'm really proud of what we were able to do and look forward to working with them again in the future.
I would do Western again. We'd have to do it at Chaminade or find some other place that's themed out that way. It was a lot of fun. I loved the fact that we were able to have the horses there, and I think that added just a real sense of realism to everything. Yeah, I would absolutely do Western again.
I can't believe you just said that.
Let everybody else dig in the poo.
I just gotta stand on it.
Is the right shoes for
no,
poop
they're
walking?
definitely not the right shoes for all this manure.
That's great.
I will be washing my feet.
You got a worm in there, dude.
Yeah, right. That is in.
Nope, still there. It's a worm. Hang on.
Getting the worm?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that worked.
There it is. The worm.
That was the worm that was on the lens. All right, we're gonna put the.
Obviously, is how you want to it. We're gonna let you hang there for a while. Can we? The problem is,
Say bye bye.
we have to actually have. Oh!